my one of my cousins.
Guys, sorry, just about to start a second.
It's alright, man.
I'll wait for this DVD to start recording.
Dude owed money. He owed him money or whatever, so he gave him.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the GoNoGo show. I am your host, Adam, along with NIzam, my co-host, trusted colleague, and friend. I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional right now.
Why? What's wrong? Why are you emotional? What's going on?
Oh, we've lost another.
What?
We've lost another great.
What happened?
Have you not heard?
No,
I thought everyone had heard. This is not a setup for the bird song, by the way. This is, unfortunately, guys, I'm very, very sorry to tell you, if you haven't heard already, Wes Craven has passed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
The great Wes Craven. Look at him. Oh, man, what a genius in his time. A horror genius. And you know what? As you guys know, me and Niz are not big horror fans. We're kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say horror fans, but we're kind of wusses when it comes to the horror genre.
I love Wes Craven.
Me too.
And Nightmare on Elm Street, one of my favorites.
Right.
So I feel like that horror genre has kind of lost like that Wes Craven feel, and unfortunately, he's no longer with us.
Definitely, like truly creepy things that'll last with you. You know, things that will resonate in your psyche for years to come. Now all you have is like the Sinister movie that's out and stuff like that. Those quick, gross out, cheap scares type of thing. But Wes Craven was a master of scaring you to your core that will last a lifetime with you. Things like you said, like Nightmare on Elm Street or Scream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
the first Scream.
The first Scream, exactly. But we have a nice little tribute for Wes Craven. Please take a look.
Let's check it out.
Well, yeah, I have a very sort of ambivalent view of myself as an artist or as a filmmaker. I mean, somebody once, when I was first starting in films in New York, says, if you want something on your gravestone in the film business, I think the best thing is filmmaker. If you can honestly say that, that's all you need to say. And that I think I would like that on my gravestone, along with whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Respect.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
That's great.
I got a little chill when he said that.
Right?
That was that's one of the most creative horror films that I feel like in my era. Like it was just it was something fantasy, but there was something believable about it, and then it just was just scary and
and entertaining as hell too.
I mean, of course, but and then you don't want to fall asleep.
No, good God, no,
like
you never want to fall asleep. I mean, Johnny Depp owes his career to that, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's where he started.
Oh, man. But yeah, Freddie was, like you said, our generation, but also in filmmaking history, basically. It's like that's just one of those characters, one of those franchises that'll just live forever. And Wes Craven, we thank you for everything you have done for us, and you will be sorely missed because we are, oh, man, we're not heading into good terrain when it comes to the horror films.
They just go for the cheap scare, Like, I don't know. There's no story. I mean,
Yeah.
even I hate to dwell on this, but even with Nightmare on Elm Street, it also taught you like you're the master of your own mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those kids had to learn, like, listen, like this guy is in your dreams. This is truly fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, maybe he can kill you, but you can kill him, you know,
great.
and just, you know.
It's so deep with Nightmare.
Yeah, it's a horror movie with a message.
Yeah.
Message.
Wes Craven, genius, absolute genius. Prayers and thoughts are out with him, with his whole family, and everything like that. He will be missed. So let's just jump right into it. Let's get on a happier note, okay? Let's
really happier note with these movies.
Let's try. I need this, man. I need this.
What do we got? What do we got
I need
today?
this. Our lineup today, we have the indie hit right now called The Diary of a Teenage Girl. We have the DJ movie starring the beautiful Zac Efron. Apparently, we are your friends.
I love that.
We have the action thriller No Escape with Owen Wilson and Pierce Brosnan. So we're gonna jump right into it. Start off with the first movie, The Diary of a Teenage Girl.
My name is Minnie Goetze. I'm recording this onto a cassette tape because my life has gotten really crazy of late. I had sex today.
I'm so happy.
If you're listening to this without my permission, please stop now. Just stop.
I'm gonna kill you!
This makes me officially an adult. Do I look different than I did yesterday?
Hey.
Hey. It feels so good to imagine that he might be thinking about me. I wonder if anybody loves me who I don't know about.
This is mon chéri.
I get distracted sometimes. Overwhelmed by my all-consuming thoughts about sex and men.
I don't know what's wrong with you. You think you'd be more into boys.
What are you waiting for?
You have a kind of power, you know, you don't know it yet.
I got a girl, she's sweet as can be. All the other boys wanna be like me, and oh, isn't life sweet?
I refuse to be some sniveling crybaby. This is my life.
Isn't life sweet?
I don't want to brag, but it was quite a piece when I was your age.
Run to the mountains, we can sail the Emerald Sea. Drop a coin.
I know nothing's changed, but everything looks totally different to me now.
True when I wake up and I see you next to me. It comes true when I wake up and I see you next to me.
This is for all the girls when they have grown.
This is not for all the girls.
I hope not.
Well, Lord have mercy. Wow, this. If I saw this trailer, I might take one of my little cousins or something. It looks like a coming-of-age movie. It is rated R. It should be higher than that. It should be NC-17. Spoiler alert. This movie is crazy.
Yes.
Sex, drugs, and
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Yeah. Oh man.
You can't tell it is taking place in the 70s, so that's pretty much what it's all about.
If that was, I mean, I guess that's what the 70s was about for some
60s
people.
and 70s, yeah. There are people that think that's the generation that destroyed us as a nation.
Wow.
I'm sorry, no offense to the older people out there.
This movie is it's definitely graphic.
Yes.
It is the story of a teenage girl, and not your average teenage girl. It's not a coming of age story. It's very uncomfortable and awkward.
Yes.
And
unsettling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. It's not every teenage girl's experience. This is the extreme. Like, this is the extreme version of what the teenage girl can go through when she's coming to her own sexually and stuff like that and trying to find herself and whatnot. This is extremely an extreme. Because if I had a daughter who was going through what she was going through, I would probably hang myself. Because, well, that's another thing. That made me very uncomfortable. She was the mother in this film. They're trying to show like the mother and daughter bond, which was nice. Like anything, like there's nothing stronger than a mother-daughter bond. But the mother was not a good mother in this movie. She was, she was drugging in front of her. Look, you see, she's partying with her daughter like she's a friend.
Yeah.
And when you're a mother, you're a mother. Okay, you're not your friend. No matter how cool you want to be with your daughter or whatever, you still have to realize you're a mother. So you're not going to be drinking and drugging. There's a scene in this movie where she's drinking and drugging with her daughter. I'm giving that away. I don't care.
But it's at 15 though. It's one thing if your kid, your daughter, your son, your daughter, your kid is of age. I still find it kind of weird to drink. Right. Around my parents, and
of course,
I'm of age.
And even if you're drinking like casual drinking, whatever, but like not like getting hammered, like shot.
Yeah,
that's what they were doing. They were blowing lines.
Yeah,
and this and that.
they were partying.
And then I don't know how much I should give away of this movie or how much I should not or whatever.
Well,
but it's,
well, let's talk about whether you give it a go to the theater or not.
Oh, okay. You know what's funny is that I just looked it up. I gave this movie a go when I was writing it in when I was in the written form or whatever. It pretty much goes against everything that I believe in, all my morals and stuff like that. But then again, you know, so there's a lot of stuff in life. So I was thinking if you're looking at this movie as like the movies when it comes to like these teenage movies, the exploring sexuality and young kids and teenagers and stuff like that has been very male dominated. You know, like whether it's Fast Times at Ridgemont High or American Pie, which are a little lighter fare. This was a lot more serious, more dramatic. But it's always male-dominated, male-driven. So this is the first time where you got to see the uncomfortable situations, sexual situations and exploits of a young girl. So it shows the girl, and she's talking to her into her diary. So you're seeing her deepest, darkest moments, which a lot of times guys like us will never, you know, see in women in real life, because a woman's heart is an ocean of secrets, as Titanic taught us. So I gave this one a go because it shows, like, because it's kind of like breaking the mold for women out there, and this is a very gender equality. You know, like the whole gender equality fight is alive and well, and it's Patricia Arquette showed in her acceptance speech at the Academy Awards. It's like women, you know, whatever. So I'm all for that. I'm all for gender equality and stuff like that. So I gave this movie a go for that. But it was a hard decision. It was a hard decision because I don't like stuff like this being out there, and I would not want my kids to see this.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a no-go, not because it's a bad movie, but just because I was in that movie and I went by myself.
Me too.
And I was sitting there, and there was other people in the theater, and I was kind of like looking around, like at these other people, like, should I leave? Like, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Like,
so true.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just like sexually like deprived or something. I don't know. But
that's what they want us to feel. I think this movie's making us feel like a bunch of prudes sitting there.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, is it just me? Am I a prude or whatever? But then I'm thinking, no, man. You know, I got some morals. I got some self-respect and stuff like that. This is ridiculous. Again, I remember there was one part I was telling these as the trailer was playing. There's one part going on. You'll see if you see the movie. It gets so crazy. I'm watching this like, what the hell am I watching? Like, what is this? Why are you throwing this into the movie? And I was like, it's not because I'm just some like some Puritan, like, oh, God shall smite you, blah blah blah. I think I'm a pretty open-minded and liberal person. But wow, man, it's like this is some lines you don't cross. I think.
Man, live free.
Made me uncomfortable.
Live free or die, I guess.
Live free or
man.
die
It
hard.
was yeah. This movie was crazy. I'm gonna say no go just because I was uncomfortable in the theater, and I'm gonna say you know,
this is thing. It's like now if you think about it, you're uncomfortable in the theater, but a lot of times you're uncomfortable in life. So what does that mean? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's like life, like it was weird and it was cringing, and I didn't agree with it. But there's so much about life that's weird and cringing that I don't agree with. So that's what kind of made me think I felt like I was on an acid trip. Like I was just like, especially watching it visually, because this is like one of those things that it's like, oh, it's art, and you know, you don't understand art. There's one part where she's flying over the bed with feathers and stuff like that. So it's like, all right, that's cool. You have this artistic view, and clearly they did a lot of drugs in this movie.
Yeah,
a lot of drugs, and I felt like I was on drugs watching.
Probably.
So yeah, okay. Well, I got to go for me, but just to experience that. But again, I'm not gonna condone this movie. I'm giving it. It's weird. It's like usually it's like I'm giving it a no-go, but it's a good movie. Now it's just like I don't really like this movie, but I'm giving it a go. You know, it's kind of weird how it's like.
I think it's definitely an exploration into the woman's side of that teenage angst and sexuality
really
and stuff
raw,
like that. But
really raw love.
I'm gonna say no go. Watch it at home.
All right, I respect that. I do. I absolutely respect that. I watch it at home just so you don't have to like be like, oh, I'm this creep by myself watching it by myself. That's so weird. You want to be that creep. So let's just jump into lighter fare. Sorta, I think. Zac Efron's new movie, We Are Your Friends. Let's take a look.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My friends and I, we're from the San Fernando Valley, that flat stretch of land on the other side of the Hollywood Hills. Filled with actors, waiters, and wannabes who can't afford to live in Los Angeles.
Young Hustlers Club, I like it, I like it.
We're gonna be out of the valley by the end of the summer.
Look, I have an idea.
Thursday social.
You wanna come out on Thursday?
This is gonna be the best
night
of your life.
I'm DJing.
This party sucks. LA's dead. Can you play Drunken Love?
Absolutely not.
We gotta get out of here.
Hi, howdy, hi.
You're James Reed, right?
You could call me Multiply.
Been here regularly?
Yeah.
You paid?
No.
What are you doing Saturday?
Anything less just...
Obviously it's Saturday.
Hey, just get the bird, more like an eagle.
You can make people dance and that's half the battle.
James thinks you're really talented.
Sounds have soul. Build them from scratch. You're not gonna get anywhere using the same old sounds that every other laptop DJ uses.
You know that I do. This is me on the regular, so you know.
Whenever you guys are ready to start making some real loot, you need to holler at me.
This is me on the regular, so you know.
Don't you feel like there's a lot more quality stuff we could be doing?
We signed up for a lifetime in real estate.
You're not happy.
In your life, there are gonna be things that finish you. There won't be a damn thing you can do about it.
You think I'm going back to work for that guy? You're out of your mind.
What happened to loyalty? Hey, you leave here, this ain't your crib anymore.
Any successful artist, they have this moment where they stop being an admirer and they find their signature.
I think I have something. This is the best part.
It's the moment before it starts.
That's a lot of beating hearts out there. Think you can handle it?
What's up? I'm Cole Carter.
Two for two.
What'd you think?
2 for 2. I think this felt like a movie made by DJs for DJs to justify what DJs do, and I just wasn't buying it. Also, because of this right here, I feel like
it's funny that you say that because I'm a DJ.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's what DJs do.
Yeah, all right, good.
There's a fine line, and it's been like David Guetta and like a lot of these guys who take the DJ moniker are more producers. Guetta makes music with other artists. Like he's not,
I like Guetta stuff.
And I love his stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would and actually I don't know if he considers himself a DJ. He does DJ.
So he's more of a producer.
More of a producer, and that's
Okay,
that's more along the
respect
lines.
that more, tell you the truth.
That's more along the lines of what this was at. There's there's DJs that DJ and they mix and they cut and scratch, and that's like the foundation of it.
Right.
It's evolved into something more where DJs are more I feel like DJs have always been musicians, because you take an artist track and then you make it into your own.
Right.
You mix it, you cut and scratch on it. You blend it with other songs, or you take an acapella from one and a beat from another. And you're creating your own sense of music with other people's music. So to an extent you're a musician. And even more so now that DJs are moving into this, he was like, I think I have something, and they showed him like producing a track and stuff. So DJs are becoming more producers. So I wouldn't say this was a DJ movie. Okay. I would say this movie is about love, loss, loyalty, realization. Yeah. I thought this movie was kind of deep.
Yeah? Yeah? Really? I guess I was just scratching the surface with it, because all I saw was just a bunch of people dancing to music and taking drugs and all that stuff. I know it did have more. It did have more to it. You're right. I like that. I enjoyed that sense of it, but they didn't touch on that nearly enough. There was a whole 20-minute part of this movie in the middle. Do you remember the part where she's dancing in the hotel and they're in Vegas and they're dancing and stuff like that? It's like a good 10 minutes where nothing is happening. They're dancing. They're making out. It was. I was like, I remember I was watching this. I was like, okay. Let's go. Then they're eating breakfast more. Yes, he's good. Yeah, he's good. And they're looking at each other. I'm like, that was the equivalent of sitting in class and like staring at your crush and then not realizing that she caught you. And you're just and you look at like, we're watching two beautiful people be beautiful together. But I'm like,
nah,
move the story along, man.
I thought it was deeper than that. I thought
really?
that.
I felt nothing. I
thought that was a moment of real connection. I thought that was like when real love happens. That's what I thought that was.
Okay.
When
I got a lot to learn about love.
When you're friends with someone, or when you're acquainted with someone, you have a connection. And they were in Vegas. They were in a spot where
but were they really feeling it, or was it the drugs?
No,
That's
you got throughout the movie you see what develops, but
he was definitely feeling it.
I don't know if he was on any drugs. I think they might have done drugs like later, maybe. Yeah. But
I don't know. I think that whole generation scares me. About they just go to these festivals, they take massive amounts of drugs, and they just they just like wig out for. Look, you see like that, just to go to crowds like that, and they have to have these hydration tents and stuff, and people are drinking nothing but water, and people are passing out because they're on so many drugs.
Yeah,
and it just scares me.
People have died at these things.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
serious. It's like a trend now.
It's
you know,
serious.
it's like
Yeah,
one or
it's
two
sick.
people die at these things now.
So it's like that's one thing I was hoping this movie didn't glorify that because, which it doesn't really, but it's like, you know, you can't glorify it because it's very dangerous to fall into that. You know, it's just like anything, but still, it's like, I don't know. This movie, to get onto the whole no-go thing, I'm giving it a no-go. I didn't have to see this in the theater. I could have seen this on my couch at home, or I could have just avoided it completely because I wasn't a big fan. So.
I agree with you on that. I'm going to give it a no-go too. It's not because it's not a good movie. Like I said, there's love, there's loss, there's loyalty, and there's realization. You know,
yes.
I think there's a full gambit of emotions and things going on in this movie. But I don't know if it's like a must-see, like go to the theater, get in there, you know.
Right.
But I thought it was pretty good. I think there were some I think some DJs out there, I think you'll like this. I think you'll like aspects of it.
Yeah, I felt that too. Like I know nothing about DJing, but I felt like it had some pretty cool things for people who know that.
Yeah, kind of explain some stuff and like
Yeah.
you know, put some stuff into perspective. Bartenders should do a movie like this, you know, where it's like annoying stuff.
We are not your friends.
Annoying stuff that you know people do and stuff like that.
But all right. No go for me, no go for Niz. But check it out if you want to at home sometime. Just don't spend the money on it. We're going to get right into the next one. We're running out of time. We got the action thriller, Pierce Brosnan, Owen Wilson, No Escape.
Years ago, I could not have pictured myself dragging my family to the other side of the world to start over.
What if we don't like it here?
I think we will.
Welcome to Asia. You're gonna love it here.
What did you see outside?
Get your hands off me!
There's like a war going on out there. We're gonna die here. Listen to me. Where's Lucy? Stay here. Lock the door. Lock the door. Lucy! Get out the pool! Come here! Get to the roof! Go, go, go! We're gonna get through this, okay? Get your head down! Look out!
You're alive, Jack.
Hey!
Just get your family the hell out of here.
We gotta get ourselves to the American Embassy. We can do that.
I want to go home.
We're gonna get there.
Ooh, I can see by
look at the time.
No way! Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Does this movie hit every cliche in the book? Sure. Is it completely implausible? Absolutely. But man, when it comes to pun intended, here comes the pun. You want to be ready for the movie pun?
Yes.
When it comes to suspense, there's no escape.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow. This movie moves right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Hugely irresponsible. Why would all right, he gets caught in a coup. You don't know when a coup is going to happen, but tensions build to a coup. Like a coup doesn't just happen like on one day, you know.
True, but I mean, when it does happen, who knows? Maybe some guy's just coming in that day when it does happen. You know what I mean? Maybe it was building and building and building and building, and now that was some guy's like, oh, here, now I'm bound to Malaysia, and then the coup happens.
So your company should know that. Your company should know what's going on overseas, you know, and
Right,
you
but
shouldn't
would they
bring
warn
your
you?
and you shouldn't bring your
If
family.
you're just a peon in the company, would they warn
He's
you?
not. He's not. His face was on the thing. Like he was gonna be the speaker. Like he's not a peon. Oh man, this movie was so irresponsible, so irresponsible.
But very suspenseful. I'm going to jump right in and say that, all right, Owen Wilson, he has proven himself with movies like this. So when you think of Owen Wilson, the guy from Zoolander, like, what, really? Meet the Parents, blah, blah, blah. He's proven himself before with movies like Behind Enemy Lines. He can handle stuff like this. And I'm very happy that he jumped right back into it because I like him as a serious actor. But he's a very loving father in this one, and it shows this, the lengths that fathers will go to protect their family. That's the whole movie was getting his family out, protecting his 2 daughters and his wife. And they put him in some real, like, you see that? There they go. Can you imagine that? Like, not only just trying to survive a coup and get out of the country or whatever, but you have to carry your children, you have to make sure your family is safe, so you're not only looking out for your life, you actually don't care about your life, you care about the 3 lives that are right behind you right there. And he did that really, really well, and they put him in some really horrific situations, like situations that made me go, oh God, no. You know, the threat was real. I liked the villains in this movie because the threat was real. I felt it. Like when these guys were busting through doors and they had machetes and they were hacking people up and they were literally seeking out Americans to just basically eradicate their country of the Americans that are coming for very pretty much realistic evil means, which was sometimes we do when you're a superpower. But anywho, you'll see that when you see the movie. I enjoyed it. It was very suspenseful. My heart was racing most of the time, and I pretty much got what I came for. It was a thriller. It was an action thriller, and it was serious, man. I was like, whoa, like it got dark at sometimes.
What do you give it?
I'm giving it a go.
Give it a go.
I give it a go because this is it's a fun ride in the movie theater. You know, it doesn't it's not something that I'd have to wait for. Out of the action thrillers that have come out in the last month or whatever, I'd say this is one of the better ones. And I love me some Pierce Brosnan. I think everyone knows that. The old James Bond, Pierce Brosnan, you're the man. Wasn't in the movie as long as I'd hoped he'd be, but when he was awesome. He was awesome.
Spoiler alert. Man, I give it a no-go, man.
Yeah, another no-go.
It's too realistic to leave your brain at the door. Yes, he's in a real situation, and it's. I mean, yeah, it's just I don't see a real father taking his family to like a 3rd world, 4th world country, and I don't know. It's just. It tried to go down the middle on these.
Yeah,
between like
so it's
fiction
too hard
and
to suspend
your disbelief.
It was too hard for that.
Yeah,
because it tried to be really real and serious.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was real. It was real, but
scary.
it's just I don't see it happening. I don't know. I give it a no go.
All right. Well, that's you saw the trailer. You guys decide for yourself. I liked it. I say go, but you're right. I also see your side as well.
I can't give it to you.
It's okay.
All right.
We got about 20 seconds left, so we're gonna have to get out of here.
Talk about Facebook.
We got our new Facebook page. We're back, guys. They tried to silence us. They tried to shut us down, but you can't hold us down. The demand was way too high. We're back on Facebook. We have our fan page, GoNoGo Show. If you just put in the search bar GoNoGo Show, it'll come up. Just like it, please. Like it, share it, tell your friends about it. It's go, little space, no go, little space, and then show, just to get technical. But just put it up in the search bar. You'll find it. Tell all your friends. Share it with all your friends. And
we'll see you next week.
Exactly.